Namaste. I'll explain. Today we'll learn about polynomials, and this will be also very easy. But we just have a small fear uh, that we can't solve like this polynomials or like this algebraic expressions and etc. Today we both, you and me, let's try to solve like these kind of problems, as they are also very important. Okay, so suppose I'll tell you some basics. So we all have learned about algebra, right? So any equation, so let it be ax plus b is equals to c. Suppose think like this. Okay, so if this is an algebraic expression for linear equation in one variable, okay, so this is one of the equations where we have learned. So if we don't know, no problem, I'll explain. Okay, so normally an algebraic expression is something like we express like ax plus b is equals to c in terms of linear equation in one variable. Okay, but if we tell that if we add ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, where y and x are variables, a, b and c are numbers, integers or etc. It can be any type of number. They can be any type of number. Okay, so what do you mean by a, b and c? Just think that a, b and c are some three people and try to simplify them, and then think that think in a let me tell you. So suppose let a be square, b be triangle and c be circle. So think circle as some number 3, 2, 1. So let it be 1, 2, 3. So let it be x plus 2y plus 3 should be 0. So x can be anything or y also can be anything. So we need to add one value. Something will keep one value as something. Okay. So let's assume that x will be 1. So which implies 1 plus 2y plus 3 is equals to 0. Okay, so this is a part of linear equations in two variables. Okay, but I'll tell even in this including the polynomials. Okay, so for now just this an example, 1 plus 2y plus 3 is equals to 0. So instead of this we can simplify this equation, and we'll learn more about this in detail in linear equations in two variables. Okay, so how we need to take the value and etc and etc. But now let's imagine on polynomials. So we have learned that when an algebra, okay, wait, I'll tell once. Okay, we have learned that when an algebra has only one term, for example if it's only a, okay, then it's known as monomial. Only one term is there. Suppose if there are two terms, a plus b, as it's an operation, well, let it be an addition, a fraction or anything, it will be binomial. Okay, so let it be now if we say that a plus b plus c, if there are three terms of expressions, only three variables, are not terms, variables, there are three variables. Okay, then it's known as trinomial. Three variables, not terms, because it will be a small mistake. Sorry for telling the mistake. They are variables, and if there are four or many variables, okay, 4 or many, x, y, z, we just add it in an operating way. Okay, then it's known as polynomial. Okay, so today we are going to learn only about polynomial. And then so first let's know about what is a polynomial. So we have learned about 4 or many terms are known as polynomial. So let's try to figure how can we consider anything as polynomial or not. So suppose I'll tell you in which cases you can consider it as polynomial. So suppose, wait, I'll tell. If you are given an algebraic expression, what's the difference between a polynomial and an algebraic expression? So the main difference is that in an algebraic expression we can use the variable in any way. M. So if it's root m, 2 root m, we can easily classify it as algebraic expression. Okay. But if this is the same case, we can't tell it as polynomial. Why? Because if there is any variable, if there is any variable, let it be m. So if there is any variable, it should lie only in numerator. It should neither lie in denominator. Okay. In the case of root m, it may lie in denominator as we don't know the value of it. So if it's root 2, how can we find? We don't know the exact value of root 2. So it might lie in denominator. So we can't tell the exact value of root 2. So something like that, something like root variable will be always in denominator, as it can't be considered as polynomial. So suppose if you are given m root 2. See, if you are given m root 2. Suppose if you are given like this, m plus root 2, m into what do you call? M into root 2 or something like this, where it will be as same, because it will be considered as polynomial because the variable is not like in denominator, because the variable is whole, and you can consider that when any variable is in the numerator, then it is known as a polynomial. So that's the main difference I just wanted to tell. So now let's learn about the different identities. Okay. So we can easily classify anything into which of the following are polynomials or something and something. So we can just directly practice which are polynomials. So for example, let me give you one question. So if you are given 3y plus root m is equals to x. You are given like this. Is it known as something polynomial or no? It is not a polynomial. It is no. So I'll give you some more examples. Try to answer it in the comment. I'll pin whoever answers correctly. Okay. See. Now if you are given like this, see, take five. Okay. Let the second one be okay. So write this in the comment box and then I'll pin the best answers. But I'll pin everyone's answers who have written it correctly. It's just an example, so we can practice many more sums, but it will depend upon the time. So we'll try to practice the important sums only. As of now, we need to practice even for final exams. Okay, so now there are some identities. Okay, so algebraic identities. Let's learn. What all we have learned till now? See, now what all we have learned till now is that what all we have learned till the lower classes. So we have learned that a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is one. Second, a minus b whole square is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now third, Okay, a squared plus b squared is equals to which is equals to a plus b into a plus b. Now if it's same like this, a squared minus b squared is equals to a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so we have learned like this. So something we have also learned that a to the power of 0 will always be 1. Okay, so we have learned even this. So now today we are going to learn in this class. So we have learned about 3 digit. We are going to learn about three terms of identities. How can we solve it? Now this can be useful in many ways of simplification. With these laws we can directly simplify any type of questions in the next upcoming chapters, like surface areas and etc. It cannot be only that, but it can also be useful in factorization and etc. Okay. Okay, so you are given like this. This year we are going to learn what is it going to be, a plus b plus c whole squared. What will you write? A squared plus b squared plus c squared plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. I am telling there are more type of this. We can directly we need to subtract the same type of variable, same type of expression. We can make it as a minus b plus c, a plus b minus c, minus a plus b plus c, minus a plus b minus c, and etc. The main rule is that only this. So I'll tell you how did it come. Suppose think I'll tell you, take a as y. Just take a as some letter a. Just think that a is a letter. You know, when you are taken a as letter, so a whole squared will become how much? It will become a squared, right? So if you have taken b whole squared, how much it will be? B squared, right? If you have taken c whole squared, how much it will be? C whole squared, right? Okay. Now these are separate terms. Okay. Now when you add with this, you need to add these three. Let's add this. What is a into b? It's 2 into a into b. You know, right? How? So a plus b whole squared, you know that a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So it will be definitely 2ab. Okay. So we learned in previous stanzas that it might be 2ab or 2. So I learned that it can be in short AB 2AB. Okay, so like this it will be 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. That's all. You have got the formula. It's so simple. So again, now just try to give the other types also. I said a plus b minus c, a minus b plus c, a minus b minus c, minus a minus b. All type of thing we can directly simplify with this formula only, as we can't make a lot of pressure, right? So this will be the main formula. If you write this, and then you can, if you know how to simplify this minus sign, and then we can easily simplify it. Okay, so it will be more better way for understanding. Okay, so now let's know about the other identities. This is the first and the very important one. Okay. But I think I have said this one wrong. So instead of 2, sorry, mention it as 3. Okay, so I mentioned it wrong. So it's actually a plus b plus c whole cube, right? Which is equals to a cube plus b cube plus c cube. So that was a small error where everyone can make. I just said an example, so don't make it like that, it will be wrong. Okay, a cube plus b cube plus c cube plus 3ab plus 3bc plus 3ca. Okay, it will be 3 because a cube, b cube, c cube. So when you multiply a plus b into a plus b into a plus b, it will be 3ab, plus when you multiply with b plus c plus c into b plus c, it will be 3bc, and when you multiply with 3ca plus 3ca plus 3ca, ca plus ca plus ca, it will be 3ca. So something like that, you can directly add it and it will be like this. So this is the main one, so you can directly simplify with this, and then now let's know about the other formula also, which will help us a lot. So the other formula for this we can find is a plus b whole cube. Even that identity is correct. We have learned about that identity is correct. This one is an extra one. And that we have learned about a plus b plus c whole squared. This is a plus b whole cube. So just to explain it some higher standard. So don't worry, it will be nothing wrong. So earlier identity is also correct. So don't take it as wrong. It is correct. So sorry for saying this as wrong, but this is higher standard. So I have said you both. So you can take knowledge of this too. Then the new one we are learning is a plus b whole cube, so which will be a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab squared plus b cube. How? I'll tell you how did it happen. See, I have said you wrong information. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry that I have given you the wrong information. Okay, so now let me tell you, you take a plus b into a plus b into a plus b. When you are taken like this, what will you do? It will get simplified, a plus b into a plus b into a plus b. So when you take a into a, take it as one side, so mention it as a cube. B into b into b, take it as b cube. Leave it aside, keep b at the end and keep a at the starting. So now when you multiply 3, see, a into a, 3, a into a square plus b, a square plus b, ab squared. You got the point. So if you add 3a squared, how will you get 3a squared? Here you multiply a and you multiply here b, and you here multiply b and you will get here a. So somewhere like this you will get 3a square b and 3ab squared. So you just add these four methods, 4 terms in a place, and then we get it as a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab squared plus b cube, and that's all. We have got the solution. Okay, so the cube one, there's something correction, so don't write that cube. So you just learn the squared, a plus b plus c whole squared. Okay, so now I'll tell you a cube plus b cube. Okay, so a cube plus b cube and rest all we need to learn it. So we can't mug up it, but we need to practice it writing a lot. So we can practice the other identities just like this. Just try to learn the other identities too. Now let's continue. Now how there is one more concept, that how we need to, what do we call, how we need to factorize these polynomials. Okay, so two methods. One, the algebraic identities concept is over. So if we learn like this, then we can easily get these concepts. Okay, so now what we'll get is now first what we need to do, we need to first practice how we'll get polynomials concept easier. So first to get the polynomials concept easier, first we need to know how to factorize. So there is one statement where we need to practice. It's there in the textbook. So for example, let p of x be so and so. Okay, so there is one theorem, so we need to just try to learn the theorem. It's only for board, and then we can, if we want to score about this, so we need to learn about this one, and then this is about what do we tell, remainder theorem. Okay, this is a remainder theorem, and then where we get where we try to solve the these things, and then we get a question like this. When we try to find a solution for suppose you need to find a so I'll tell you directly how to factorize. So there is one remainder theorem. So remainder theorem will be given two terms. One is a dividend. So suppose you take 3x plus 3y plus 4, and you are given it to divided by 2 plus x plus y. Suppose think. Okay, so suppose if you are given like this, 2x plus 2y plus 6. So suppose if you are given, what will you do? You need to first take 2 plus x plus y into how much? X plus y plus 3. So what will be the solution? 2 plus x plus y and x plus y plus 3 are the two factor. They will be the factors. Okay, so like this, if you are given anything for means if you want to factorization is something different, you will be given a small factor, and then you need to directly solve it by first factorizing using long division method, and then you need to find it using the simplification method. Okay, so first let's check this one, how to factorize. Let's check how to factor. Suppose if you are given x squared plus 2x y plus 3y z plus 4, if you are given like this, so how will you try to solve it? So first, so suppose first we need to find the solutions of this term. Let's try that. Can we divide it in the center? No, because z is stopping us from this dividing one, so we can't do. So there's no other option. So we need to, what we need to do, we need to first factorize it using long division method. So using long division method, let me tell you how will we do. You are given like this question. Okay, right now you are supposed to factorize. Okay, so how will x is a common factor. Okay, take x here. Okay, and then take one x So you'll try to solve. We'll try to add here one more yz. So there's 1, 3 and 4. See, even this is 2. Okay, this is not 3, this is also 2. So then how much, what will you take? You directly take x plus 2. Yes, now we can try to solve. So x, how many goes here? X jar x, which will be x into x will be x squared, and then x plus see, first one will be x into x will be x squared, and then 2xy, x plus xy, which implies x squared plus 2xy, where we can cancel. So we need, here it's plus side, so it will be minus, and here it will be minus. So plus and minus gets cancelled, and here it's 2yz plus 4. So x. Okay, so let's take here x. So let's convert this also as xz, no need of yz. So let's take it as xz, and then let's take it as xz because there's a short wrong. Okay, so when we try to simplify it with x and x, so x jar x, so it will be compulsorily 1, and then you add here 2z, okay, plus 2z, and here you need to add here plus 2z plus 2, so which implies 2xz plus 4, where you can cancel it. So you'll get here 0 as a solution. So you can directly try to factorize this type as after factorizing you get it as x plus xy plus 2z plus 2, and then you get as x plus 2. Now how will you factorize? So you need to directly add this. Let's try to simplify the quotient which I have got, that is x plus xy plus 2z plus 2. So suppose now here the x is common, so let's take x here as common, and let's write here x in place of x. Every variable has 1. If there is nothing, it's considered as 1. So 1 plus y plus here 2 is common, so let's take here 2 z plus 1. So therefore the factors of x square plus 2xy plus 2xz plus 4 is equals to x plus 2, 1 plus y, and z plus 1. That's all, we have got the answer. Okay. So with the same formula of factorization, method, you may get a question. Okay. So you may get a question from factorization for finding the sides of a cube or volume. They'll give a volume and then you need to find the sides. For example, so let's take that we have made the expression earlier as something like x squared plus xy, 2xy plus 2xz plus 4. So let us assume that this is the volume of a cube, and I need to find the sides, and then we have got the sides, and then like this we can solve like any type of these expressions, and then we need to practice. You just try to practice on 2 to 3 on your own expressions. Okay, so suppose I'll try to give one. Let's take the expression, try to solve this. 2x square plus 4xy plus 3. Try to solve this equation. Okay. The correct answers, I'll pin the best and the correct answers, which will be time to time, which will change. With this, I have forgot to tell that with the same remainder theorem, we can do it opposite in the factor theorem. The main thing is that they'll give the factors, and I need to find the same thing in the same procedure. They give factors, so don't get tense that what is this factor theorem. It is the vice versa of remainder theorem. Okay, so if you get the remainder and then suppose they give a factor, so just try to solve it. This the chapter is ended, and then the 2 chapters of maths for Anthe is completed, and then tomorrow or today night itself you might get the coordinate geometry also. I'll explain and then I'll send, and I'll try to complete all the maths portions of this Anthe, and then after that I'll soon start the science one.